Okay, guys, example number 3. Here we go. Now, let's see what this one says. You plan to go ice skating often this winter, Kai. Not just inline skating earlier today. We're going ice skating too. All right? Pretty excited about that. The skating rink charges $4 for admission. You can either rent ice skates at the skating rink for $5 a day or buy your own pair for $45. How many times do you have to use the ice skates in order for the cost of buying them to be less than the total cost of renting them? Fritz, what do you think?
I would first add 4 to both 5 and 45 because you have to pay $4 anyway.
Okay. So it says you plan to go ice skating often this winter. If we rent ice skates, it's going to be $4 plus 5 times the number of times I go. Okay. Oh, it's 4 times. Here we go. It's 4 times every time I go. So it's not just once, is it, Fritz? It's every time I go. All right. So let's see. Let's see. That's going to be 4 times the number of trips for every time I go, plus 5 times the number of trips to the skating rink. Do you agree? Because I have to pay $4 to get in plus $5 for my skates every time I go. Or, and I want this to be greater than buying my own, right? So how do I write that on the other side, Justin?
Well, you don't really need the admission because you have to pay admission even if you have to. So they just
You're right. They are going to cancel each other out. But let's see how this goes because we'll see where they get canceled out if I leave it in there. Watch. But you're exactly right. Because regardless of whether or not I rent or buy my skates, I got to pay $4 every time. Okay? So they cancel. I don't need to see what the difference is between those two because it's the same every time. But anyway, so I've got 4T plus $45, right? Okay. Now, remember, before we solve, we have to simplify. I'm going to combine these like terms, but just like Justin said, I've got 4T on both sides. I really don't need it on both sides, but there they are. All right, so 9T has to be greater than 4T plus 45. Now, Justin, what do I do now?
you minus 4T.
Minusing the 4T. That's what Justin told us to do in the first place. Just subtract 4T from both sides because I don't need to deal with that. I pay 4T anyway. All right? So I'm going to get 5T is greater than 45. All right? Tut, what do I do now?
You divide both sides by 5.
Divide both sides by 5, and I'm going to get T
And you get 9.
has to be greater than 9. So I have to have more than 9 trips. Okay? More than 9 trips for the ice skating rink for it to pay for itself. Yeah, Kai, a question before we go.
On the test, if you just see that you could do what times 5 equals 45, could you just do that?
So, Kai, you're saying, do I have to show that I divided 5? Or can I just say T is greater than 9? I'm going to say right now, Kai, I need to see that work. Okay? Maybe late in the 8th grade year, maybe not so much, but right now I think so. Okay? Because I want to make sure we're all on the same page. All right, guys, good job. See you at the next example.